Hey, kia ora, Helen Brahms coming to you live. And where am I today? Today is the end of New Zealand road trip day 2. And tonight, for the next 3 nights, we are in Tauranga. And Tauranga, we are here to visit with family. But also Tauranga is one of the ports of call in New Zealand when there are cruise ships coming into New Zealand. This is where it comes into the Bay of Plenty. It's the port is used for access to, oh jeepers, sorry, here's a mess, is used for access to Rotorua, which is the cultural centre of New Zealand, along with all of the geothermal stuff that goes on there. You're not far away from Matamata, which is where Hobbiton is, for those Lord of the Ring fans. You're also a couple of hours away from Waitomo Caves, where you get to go see the glowworms. You can do the Black Labyrinth over there. You're also close to Kiwi Fruit Plantation. These two guys are here with me. Just to throw them in there, just to show that they're still coming with me. And you're also close to Hooker Falls, which I did a live of earlier today when we were at Hooker Falls, which is a big tourist attraction there in Taupo. One of the other attractions we went to see that I could not do a live video from at the time, but I'm going to put the video into a link below this live, is we went to the Aratiatia Rapids. And what's really cool about the rapids is that it is a tourist attraction, but not a lot of people know about the rapids. And these rapids are they're further down. So Hooker Falls is up on the Waikato River some, and then you go down the river and into this big lake area because there's a dam there, and that's at the at Aratiatia, and what they do is that 3 times a day during winter and 4 times during summer. So at 10 a.m., 12 noon, and 2 p.m. all year round, they open the gates and basically fill up this valley of water. It is just phenomenal to watch. And then in summertime, they add in a 4 p.m. time slot as well. So we were down there at 10 a.m. this morning, waiting to see the rapids. I got it all on videotape. I got like a few seconds before the final siren. There's 4 sirens that go up at 8 minutes. There's an 8-minute warning, a 5-minute warning, a 2-minute warning, and then right before they open the gates, there's a siren that goes off. So I got it just before the siren went off for the opening of the gates, and then you watch the water coming, the gates open, you watch the water starting to come down, you watch how quickly the valley fills with water. It is just so quick. And then we taped again for 5 minutes after they had closed the gates, so you could see how quickly the water drops. But it takes like 15 to 20 minutes for the waters to calm back down to what they were before they opened the gates. So we got to do that today. And thank you everybody for your prayers that today would go great. We'll get to do it all without any rain, because we woke up, there was fog this morning. But as you saw from the Facebook Live at Hooker Falls, we had no problems with the weather there. It was very overcast. It was the same at the rapids. So we got to see all of that. And then after the rapids, we went back down the road a little bit to this great glass blowing place that does this lava glass blowing. It's just amazing, phenomenal thing. I couldn't do any photographs in there because they don't allow photographs to be taken in there. But we stopped there. We used the loo. We had a cup of tea. I actually had hot chocolate. It was good. Hot chocolate with a date and orange scone. And so we had a refuel there, had a look around, and then we got in the car and we headed to Tauranga. And so we are now in Tauranga. I've already met up with my baby brother. Remember I said I have 2 younger brothers, my little brother who had his 50th birthday last weekend, and my baby brother. And so I got to meet up with my baby brother today, which was awesome. And we get to see him again this weekend and get to see some of my nephews this weekend as well. And so it's going to be a great weekend. So that was our thing for today. Hopefully the weather's meant to be for rain and more rain, but that's okay. We'll see what we get to see and do what we get to do. And if we get to bring you some really cool stuff live from around the Tauranga and Bay of Plenty area, we will do that. If the rain eases up. But like I said, Tauranga is a port of call that is quite often used by cruise ships when they're cruising around New Zealand, because it is the gateway to so many new places in New Zealand. Another place that you can go to from here is White Island, which is New Zealand's which is an active marine volcano here off the coast of the North Island, and it's part of New Zealand. So there are so many places that you can access from Tauranga, and I know that clients that have looked at doing a cruise, and I said, well, what do you want to go see when you're doing Tauranga? And they said, what is there to see and do? And I said, well, what don't you want to see and do? But you can make it, it's a gateway to so much of the central North Island that I quite often, for the 3 cruises that I've booked in New Zealand, I've quite often had each one of those have either started with a land tour of New Zealand and used the port of call to visit some places that were close to where they knew the ship was coming in, and others have finished their cruise and they've planned out their shore excursions along the way, and now they get off the cruise ship in Auckland, and then they go and do their land vacation, going and filling in the gaps that they missed along the way along the cruise. So in 10 and a half years of doing this business, actually almost 11 years of doing this business, I've only had 3 couples cruise New Zealand. Everybody else has been a customized itinerary where we have customized their trip from start to finish. No two itineraries have ever been done the same for any of my clients who wanted to do self-drive or even go around New Zealand using planes, trains, and ferries. Inter-island ferries, we've used the train. Some people don't want to drive, and that's okay. We can get you around New Zealand without you having to drive. That's not a problem. So if you'd like to know more about New Zealand, then please send me a private message and we can help you organise that. But check out the video that I will be posting shortly in the links below, because that is of the Aratiatia Rapids, which is just a phenomenal site to go see. You'll hear a lot of back chatting going on. There's a lot of people there, and the kids are just amazing when they're watching this thing. It was just phenomenal. But have a super fantastic sparkling day, and we will catch you guys tomorrow.